Hi there, I'm Michelle Clark. I'm an editor at Bedford St. Martin's, and I worked on the 9th edition of the St. Martin's Handbook. I'm going to introduce it to you today. We'll take a look at the ebook and talk about my favorite things about the 9th edition. Hang on a sec, I'm going to share my screen. That's the 9th edition of the St. Martin's Handbook. So the first thing I love about it is that we have both a print version and an ebook version, so that makes it more affordable. And the ebook version is good for online and hybrid learning scenarios, and students can mark it up and they can make notes, and it really is very flexible. So that's the first thing I like about the 9th edition. Second thing I like has to do with this idea that Andrea's textbooks are always grounded in her research. In the summer of 2019, Andrea conducted a nationwide survey of students everywhere, asking them about how they engage difference, how they feel about differences, cultural, ideological, differences in lived experience, differences in language. And so she poured that information, the data from her research, into Chapter 2, Expectations for College Writers, and especially into this new section, which really emphasizes open-minded learning. So it's a new section called Expecting and Engaging Difference, and gives students some strategies for thinking about barriers to open conversation and open-mindedness and the benefits of open conversation and open-mindedness. Some of this data spilled over into new material in Chapter 14, which I won't show you at the moment, but check out the strategies for engaging ideas in sources, being both open-minded and skeptical, and checking facts, which is going to be very important for research writers today. Another thing I really like about the new edition is the emphasis on language and a broader presentation of language use. I'm going to scroll down to Chapter 33. It's brand new. You see here the navigation on the side is the table of contents. You may be familiar with it if you use the 8th edition of St. Martin's Handbook. So Chapter 33, Language and Identity, again, brand new chapter, followed up by Chapter 34, Language Varieties, which is a substantially revised chapter. Since we're talking about presentation of language, I want you to pay attention to pronouns as well. So Andrea has really revised the pronoun coverage in both Chapter 36 and Chapter 53 to be inclusive, audience aware, and really respectful. So our pronoun coverage is up to date. The last thing that I really love about this edition are the new student examples, new student rhetorical analysis, a new MLA research paper, a new analysis of a speech, and a new excerpt of student writing. I'll show it to you here, where a student brings in a language other than English. So sometimes students will ask, how can I put more of myself into my academic writing? And here we're seeing just an excerpt from a narrative. Paula is the student writer, and she writes her narrative in English, but she brings in elements of her native Spanish for rhetorical effect, and it's very effective. So again, new student examples, a broader presentation of language use, research about open-mindedness and about engaging difference, and the fact that we have a new ebook version. So I'm really happy about the 9th edition of St. Martin's Handbook. I hope that you talk to your rep about getting a copy for yourself so you can take a look, and I thank you for your time today.